Today we are working on Excel Lesson 5, the 6th lesson, titled Setting Page Breaks. So this is what you should have open. Step 1 says select cell D23. So D23. On the Page Layout tab, so click on the Page Layout tab. In the Page Setup group, click Breaks, and then Insert Page Break. Notice that the page break lines now appear in the window, and you can see there's a little line that goes across here. Indicates where the page breaks are. However, in this view, it's difficult to distinguish between a manual page break and an automatic one. So let's mark that. Go to the next one. Click File and then Print. File and Print. Click the next page and previous page to view the different pages of the workbook. So just showing you. Notice that the first page only has 3 short columns of data with a lot of empty space in the lower area of the page and to the right. This is a result of inserting a page break too high and too far to the left by selecting cell D23. It's in the wrong location, so we're going to remove this manual page break. So click the back button to return to the worksheet. With cell D23 selected, in the Page Layout tab, click Breaks, and then Remove Page Break. We're taking that one out that we put in there, and you see that line went away. So mark that as answered. Go to the next one. On the View tab in the Workbooks group, click Page Break Preview. In this view, Excel displays the page numbers as a watermark on each section of data to identify which rows and columns it will print on each page. All of the page break lines are dotted, which indicates that none of them are set manually. So you see the dotted lines and you see the page numbers. So go to the next one. Position the mouse over the page break line between pages 1 and 5 until an arrow appears. So between 1 and 5. You see how the arrow appears like that. Click the mouse button and drag the page break to the left by 1 column. So we're going to drag this over and let it go. You've now set a manual page break to the left of column E. So you see column E is here, and you can see it's manual, it's not dotted. Notice that the page break between pages 1 and 5 is now a solid line instead of a dotted line. This indicates it's a manual page break. I think I just said that. Also notice that the automatic page break between 5 and 9, the pages below them, has moved to the left of column K to column J because your manual page break. So it moved this one over a row. Drag the page break line at the left of column J to the left by 2 columns. So 1, 2 columns. Mark that as answered. Go to the next one. Drag the horizontal page break line at the top of row 48. So we got to scroll down, top of row 48 to the top of row 33. So 33 is right there. And that reposition a page break between rows. So mark that as answered. Go to the next one. Select any cell on the right side of page break on page 11. From H1 to H32. H1 to H32. Okay. On the Page Layout tab in the Page Setup group, click Breaks. Page Layout, Breaks, Remove Page Break. And it took that one out that we had put in there. Mark as answered. Go to the next one. On the Page Layout tab in the Page Setup group, click Breaks and reset all page breaks. And that put it back to where it was. Drag the vertical page break line at the left side of column F to the left side of column H. So we're dragging that over to column H. Drag the vertical page break line at the left side of column P to the right by one column, which is the end of the data. Drag the horizontal page break line, which likely falls somewhere between row 60 and 65, from its current position to the top of row 63. So mine is between 61 and 62, so I'm going to drag it down one. The worksheet should look similar to the following. That's what it should look like. On the page layout tab, look at the scaling. So the page layout, and we want to look at the scale setting and the scale to fit group. Excel has automatically adjusted it down from 100% to about 75%. So you see right here, that's what it's talking about, to fit all the data on each page. So mark that as answered. Go to the next one. Click the File tab, and then click Print. Click the Next Page and Previous Page button to view each of the pages. Mark that as answered. Go to the next one. Click the Back button. Then on the View tab, change it to Normal. Mark that as answered. On the Page Layout tab in the Page Setup group, so click on the Page Layout in the Page Setup group, click Breaks, and then Reset All Page Breaks. And that should take our document back to how it was when we started. Submit. Looking for 12 green checks, and you see that we got 12 green ones, so we did it correct. So this completes setting page breaks.